In part 2 of our lesson of changing the cell appearance, we're going to start with a cell in which the text is longer than the cell. Now we could increase our column width here to make it fit, but another thing we can do is select the cell that this is in, go up to our alignment group here, and we're going to click on the button above the merge, which is our wrap text. And so I'm going to click on that, and you're going to see that now it just moves down some of the words below the other and increases the width of the row. And then from there I can align the text however I want it to look. So that is another way that you can change your cell appearance without maybe having to widen a column or a row or something like that. Now some things that are the same here in the font group. Of course, changing font style is done by clicking on this drop down arrow and choosing a different font. And then same thing with font size. You can make it bigger or smaller by the font size button. We can also bold, underline, and italicize our text here, just as we always do. And we can change our font color to something else. And then if we want to fill that cell with a color, we can click on the fill button there, and that's going to fill behind our text. And if we want no fill, we can take that back out. We can also, here in the font group, we can give our spreadsheet here an outline. And I'm going to highlight the whole thing just to kind of show you how that's going to look. Now if I want to give it only an outside border, I can click on that, and then when I click away, you're going to see that the outside of it has the border, nothing on the inside or anywhere else. Let me highlight that again, and I'm going to click the drop down arrow on the borders again, and this time I'm going to do all borders, and this is going to give borders to every cell. It should give it to that one too. There. And so now we have given every border or every cell a border in our group here. And so that is another way to change the cell appearance. We can also change the way the numbers look here, and you're going to see, I'm going to highlight my numbers because these are the ones I'm going to change, and you're going to see here in the number group a number of ways we can change. Now it's selected general as far as number format, but if we want to change that to currency, I can click the drop down arrow and choose currency, and you're going to see it's going to add dollar signs and zeros to my column. Now if something happens like this and my column is too narrow, I'm going to see the pound or number signs show up. So all I need to do is widen my column, and they're going to show back the way they should be. I can also, with these two numbers here, either reduce my decimals, as you can see they went away, or I can increase my decimal places depending on what I want my numbers to look like. And of course we have the dollar signs here, so I can add dollar signs, and those already had them, but we could add dollar signs to that if we really wanted to. The same thing goes for percentages or commas. And so that will affect numbers as we add them into our cells. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we are going to work on cell styles. And we're going to click right here where it says cell styles on our button, and you can see how that gives us some shading in the background. And so we got, you know, anywhere from 20% up to 100% of that color that fills in the background, and when I click it, now my cell is that color. And so that is another way that we can change our cell appearance. And this is a number of things that we did, from giving currency to borders to changing our fonts. Those types of things all work in changing our appearances.